Hey, wrestling fans, East Coast Pro Wrestling Adrenaline TV. You got Gino Caruso and Joey G. And Joey, we got another great action-packed week of wrestling action.
Excellent. We have a championship match coming up with Kenny Bengal defending against Tony Rush.
That's going to be a great match. Fans, we're going to take it right to the action.
What a way to opening up here tonight. Gino Caruso. We got the great Scott, Joe Scott against Orlok.
I know. I mean, these two are no strangers to each other. They've wrestled many times in the light heavyweight division. And I know we talked about this before, that Joe Scott looks like he has more energy than he has and more confidence in that ring.
Well, Gino, we've talked about it a number of times in the past. Experience. Nothing like experience, right?
It's the best teacher. Right now, it looks like Orlok is teaching him some things. Very slow there.
Orlok part of that new group.
Well, I'll tell you what, we saw Brandon Alpha a few weeks back usher in this new group of Orlok and Sage and the Meadowlands Monster. And
again,
ooh, that shoulder just took that pole, Joe. The steel is unforgiving.
I thought Brandon Alpha may be here watching Orlok's match tonight, but
he's not in the building.
He's not in the building, is he?
No, I don't know where.
And maybe he's scouting some more of that wackadoo talent.
On sabbatical. Drop kick by Plasma. I mean, by Orlok, formerly known Plasma.
They look alike.
They look a lot alike. Joe, I know we touched on it briefly in the opening that we have a TV title match tonight. Kenny Bengal, who has been defending that belt all over the East Coast, is taking on Tony Rush, which is one of his rivals.
So far, Gino, the gold has eluded Tony Rush, but maybe tonight's his night.
He's been close.
He's been close, but maybe
I know you and I have talked about this, that he could be a future champion, and tonight may be his future.
Maybe his time. Nice move by Orlok.
Now, I know you, Joe, you've been watching the wrestling for years and years. What old-time wrestler does Orlok remind you of? Scary.
Well, honestly, Fuzzy Cupid. But if you want a scary.
Scary.
Scary. There are a lot of scary wrestlers. Fuzzy Cupid is my choice.
Okay, I can see what kind of night it's going to be tonight. Joe Scott's going to make some type of offensive movement here, otherwise it's going to be all Orlok. It's going to be a quick night to the showers. Nice lateral there. Joe, I know you're excited, as am I, that we see a lot of new talent coming into the ECPW. You look at the locker room tonight and you go through it, you see a lot of new faces.
Well, Gino, that's because ECPW, and the W stands for wrestling, that's what we do, has an open door policy.
That is correct, Joey.
and that door opens up for you, but if you don't perform, it closes. Right.
And Joe Scott taking control here. He's trying to.
Joe Scott, though. Oh, nice elbow by Joe Scott. He may have
enough. Oh, that was close.
Not enough.
Not quite enough to put him away, though.
And Gino, we have a great experienced referee in there tonight.
Oh, you like Tom? He's.
I like him a lot.
Sling blade maneuver there by Orlok. Not going for a cover. That could be a big mistake.
No.
Maybe he thinks he doesn't have him down enough. I don't know.
He wants to wear him down a little bit more.
Sunset flip.
Oh, he's gonna.
Oh, got him. That's enough.
Oh.
Nice move there by Joe Scott.
Nice move. I tell you, that was a very impressive win.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon Alpha, wherever he is, will not be happy.
No. But then again, Joe Scott made it look easy because of his competitiveness, his dedication, and his determination. Great win by Joe Scott.
What's up, ECPW? You're lucky I'm wrestling tonight. Forgot my lucky hat. Jesus Christ, I love that thing. I'll find out what happened to it later. But I get to face Conor Reilly tonight. Who the heck is he? He thinks he can come in here and start a good life for himself? Hell no. Where I come from, I beat people like him up, and I make sure that they never come back from where they come from. Because down in the 377 Comanche, Texas, we all about violence. I'm going to beat him.
And coming to the ring, Big Cal Stevens.
A roughneck from Texas.
And he is a big boy, big Cal Stevens. What part of Texas is he from?
I think he's from Comanche, Texas. I believe that's where it is. He never stops talking.
Not a very friendly man.
Not at all.
I tried to introduce myself to him several weeks ago, and he just looked at me and laughed.
Oh, he doesn't like any. He's a loner. He's in the locker room by himself.
I felt like I was in a club again.
And his opponents, Conor Reilly.
There's Conor Reilly. The Irishman.
Conor Reilly, powerfully built, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in very good shape. Works out all the time, Joey. Fast becoming very popular amongst the fans here in ECPW.
And he's proud of his Irish heritage.
As well he should be. So this is a battle of really basically some rookies here.
Fans love him, don't
Good
they?
reaction.
And you know what? You fans that are watching ECPW for the first time, Conor hasn't been wrestling here for a long time, but he's picked up a big following.
Well, they appreciate hard work. Fans know that.
Then he must appreciate us in the booth.
Well, half of us anyway.
Uh-oh, what happened? Why is he yelling at the music
No, he's yelling at Snuffy Smith over there. That's who he's yelling at. Knucklehead Smith over there, his brother. Oh my God.
He's Knucklehead Smith.
Well, we said Big Cal Stevens has a really bad attitude. You know, he doesn't like anybody. Always, talking about how great Texas is.
I'll tell you who he reminds me of, Big Bobby Duncan.
Cowboy Bobby Duncan, yeah? Well, we talked about this. These are basically two rookies right here, Joey. These could be candidates Rookie of the Year. And
this match is very important to both of them.
Could be important.
For you wrestling fans who don't think that these matches are important unless they're a championship match, there's a lot on the line in the world of professional wrestling.
When you're a new guy starting out like both of these gentlemen, you want to work your way up that ladder, and you're in the preliminary matches, and you're not in a title match yet because you have not earned that right. But you know what? When you start winning a bunch of these and you start seeing a reaction from the crowd and the fans, that's when the matchmakers
right.
decide.
And working up that ladder, the immortal words of Ralph Cramden, be nice to the people on the way up because you're going to see them
on the way down.
That's it.
Right now, Connor Rush working over that wrist, bottom wrist lock, working it over. He does know the difference between a wrist lock and a wrist watch. Very well, educated in the form of professional wrestling, as Big Cal Stevens. They're both, two young, hungry athletes, Joey, and we're going to see the opportunity is there. Who wants it better?
I think Cal did play semi-pro football.
He actually was a more baseball and football, but I think he got thrown off the baseball team and starting too many fights.
He's got another wrestler that was like that with the initials RS. I don't think we can mention his name, but that was his initials.
Okay. Right now, a side headlock here by Big Cal Stevens. Using that tackle to his advantage. Lively crowd tonight, my friend.
They do not like Cal Stevens.
Hey, nice hip toss. And he's out of the ring.
Cal taking a powder. That's a Texas powder.
You talked about Connor Rush in there. He's in good shape, and that's part of the business of wrestling, Joey, is being in the correct
here we go. They're taking this one outside the ring.
They got to get it back in there, or you both get counted out.
That
would not be
That's
good.
That's a loss for both of them. Well,
it really is.
Count out.
It's a count out, but you know what? It doesn't favor either one of them. It's not smart wrestling.
No.
And that's where you're rookies. You're both young.
You're learning.
They're going to get counted out.
The referee was a little lenient there.
He was very lenient. He could have counted them both out.
Well, and you know what? He doesn't want these fans to be disappointed. They want to see a winner.
They understand that, and then the referee at times, you know what, you need to be lenient with the rules and allow there to be a finisher.
A sloppy takedown, but he took him down.
Yeah. Front transfer right there. That's using your size and weight to his advantage.
No! How about using the shoelace?
He's got his shoelace there, Joey.
I've never seen that before.
You've been watching wrestling a long time.
No.
You were the opening. Did you watch the opening match of Cain and Abel? I gotta go along with you, Joe. I never seen a wrestler use his shoelaces.
I've never seen it.
Very.
You may watch out. He may trip over him and it cost him a match.
But he's got the advantage now on Connor because of that.
Well,
nice move there by Connor.
Connor used his boots for something. One good turn deserves another.
That's been a back and forth matchup here, Joey. It's going to come down to who's going to make a mistake and who's going to be in position to capitalize.
I'll tell you, for a big man, Cal Stevens is pretty quick with his feet.
Yeah, agile feet. And then you're talking about very young individuals. I believe Big Cal Stevens is maybe just 20 years old, not even 21 yet.
I'd like to do a shout out to one of ECPW's newest fans here for the first time tonight, Omar Manatak.
Okay.
Is in the audience. And
I hope Omar has a good time.
He also has a pooch going.
Concessions just went up about 20%.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be one of those nights. But you know what? We have fun, and all you fans out there watching on TV, if you want to have just as much as fun, come to an East Coast professional wrestling event.
Right there, covered by Big Cal. We want to welcome all the great fans in the Bronx, New York, as well as Queens, New York, who are watching the East Coast Professional Wrestling Adrenaline TV, just starting on those cable systems.
Adrenaline is in the Bronx now.
It's in the Bronx. It's in all the 5 boroughs, Joey G. Nice. Great elevation on that drop kick.
He may have him. No, nice kick out.
You talked about the referee. You know, he's in great position at all times.
Well,
Fans
Gino, I got a
disagreeing.
call from my uncle Vincenzo in Brooklyn, who told me he liked seeing me here with the broadcast booth with you and ECPW as he's in Brooklyn.
How is
and
Uncle?
watching the show each and every week.
Big splash. How's Uncle Vincenzo going? Good?
Doing well. He's
How's his tomatoes? Good?
89 years old. He picked his first tomato last week.
Good for him. God bless. And we were just in the Bronx, in Brooklyn a couple weeks ago doing a great wrestling event at Our Lady of Grace.
Brooklyn is a hotbed for ECPW. We've been there many times, successfully.
Well, you know, as a kid growing up, Joey, all the great wrestling you used to see there. And we bring that tradition right there. Almost. Oh! He just got his shoulders up.
Well, that's what Uncle Vincenzo told me. He reminded me of the first time he took me to Prospect Hall in Brooklyn in 1960 to see my first wrestling.
Roll him up! Oh, he got
Big
it!
win!
Roll up!
Big win!
And you're winning by a pinfall, Irish Crush, Connor O'Reilly!
Oh, I tell you what, Joey G, that was the mistake. Big Cal Stevens turned his back to argue with the referee, and Connor Reilly rolled him up.
That was a rookie mistake.
And they're both rookies.
But the other rookie took advantage of it.
Good matchup.
Very good matchup. And this crowd appreciated that kind of
They do.
Tonight here, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, I'm going one-on-one with Tony Rush. And Tony Rush, I beat you before, I'm going to beat you again. And tonight, I'm going to show everyone why I am the king of the East Coast. Why they call me Mr. All Day. Because I'm going to walk into that ring, I'm going to walk out of that ring. Still the ECPW Television Champion. All day.
For the TV title, coming up from Tony Rush!
Well, Tony Rush full of energy tonight.
Will it be his night, Joey? Will it be his night?
Well, these fans certainly hope so. But Kenny Bengal not going to let it happen very easy. There he is. That's his music.
That's
And
him.
your champion, Kenny Bengal!
They don't like him.
Now, Kenny Bengal sporting a new wardrobe, looking
Very dapper.
very dapper, very splendid, and I think he gets that from his
Mentor.
mentor Dan the Man.
I know you're a big fan of Kenny Bengal. You know,
I am.
you appreciate his work, his style, how hard he has worked over the years to get where he is.
I certainly am. I think he's on the wrong side of the fence. You know, as a rule breaker, but
Obviously,
very
it's
accomplished
been
wrestler.
working for him. He's been TV
champ.
champ for a long time.
And
Let me ask you a question.
Make it easy.
Dan the Man's the heavyweight champ
right.
for a while now. Kenny Bengal the TV champ for a while now. How do you think Bad News Dillinger feels? I mean, he hasn't
There's
had
gotta be-
gold in a
no.
while. He was a tag team champion at one time.
You know,
You think
my
there's any-
personal opinion, I think that Bad News Dillinger was kind of pushed aside a little bit when Kenny Bengal came into the Team Shazam.
You think there's more favoritism by Dan?
Well, I think so.
That's interesting, Joey. And speaking of Bad News, we're going to see Bad News Dillinger next week here in action in singles competition, but also next
And-
week, Joey, the return match that everybody's been asking about. Tag team titles on the line where the champions, top-notch males, go against the Flows.
I can't wait to see that one, Gino Caruso.
And fans, if you saw it, well, a few weeks ago, you saw that match. You saw quite a matchup.
Well, that was a barn burner if ever I saw one. We're getting back to Bedney Dillinger. To me, he was the most important piece of Team Shazam because
he was the muscle.
He's the muscle. He's been the enforcer.
Exactly.
He's always been there to make sure that Kenny Bengal or Dan the Man does not lose their title.
Nice tackle there, but you gotta think at some point, where does Bad News Dillinger say, "What's in it for me"?
Maybe because he's from the South and he's not a northerner.
I don't believe that would have anything to do with it, but you never know.
You never know.
We'll have to look into that a little bit more. Oh.
Ow. Tony Rush.
What action to the outside. It's like Tony Rush maybe eyeing him up.
Here they come.
Right to the outside. High risk maneuver, Joey.
Tony Rush is lucky he caught all of them, and he did.
He did.
Wow, and they're right out in front of us.
Well, Joey,
battling it out.
They are pulling no punches, so to speak. This is for the TV title. I think Tony Rush knows that now his opportunities are going to be few and far between, so he's got to make the best of them. Oh,
wow.
What a whiplash on that.
That's a spine buster by the right one.
Wow.
That was a quick count, though, wasn't
Very
it?
close. You know, we're talking about our fans across the nation, and we want to set a shout out to Ida Mae Johnson. Just turned 85 from Paulsboro, New Jersey. She watches our program down every Wednesday night, and she loves East Coast professional wrestling. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ida Mae, and save a piece of cake for me.
Not too big a piece, though.
I'm not in training anymore.
Not in training.
Give me a big piece, Ida Mae.
There's a big piece right there in the back of the hand of Kenny Bengal, laying it on Tony Rush.
Well, fans didn't like it.
We got a lively crowd tonight.
We
Joe,
do.
As always. And you talk about this, you know, if you get an opportunity to come out and see a live event, and at the end of this program, fans, there's going to be upcoming events in your area where you can get out and see ECPW live. I mean, it's great on TV. But, he just nailed him right in the face.
But when you see it live, I mean, you're watching it on, even if you have a 50-inch screen, you see it in person. You're there live, and not a bad seat in the house, no matter where you are.
I know, Joey, you've been talking about this tag match next week, and you really believe the Flows have the number of the top-notch males, and you think that the titles will exchange hands and change next week, and fans, don't forget to tune in and watch that one.
Frank, here we go.
We have almost a new champion. That really incensed and got Kenny Bengal crazy there, that he was close to losing his TV title. You know what it is when you have two opponents that have wrestled each other so many times. They know each other so well.
Yeah.
They know the moves.
They know the offense, the defense.
Going to be happening.
I thought there was a schoolboy.
No, I was so close.
Got him right in the back of the head.
I think the timing was just a little off on that one, Joey. He could have maybe rolled him up and had a leverage go for a pin.
That's what you would have done, right?
I would have, but, you know, Tony Rush had other things in mind. Maybe he thought that wouldn't be enough to put him away, and he's wrestled him enough times. He knows.
He probably knows him better than we do.
He sure does. He's been in the ring with Kenny, and he knows what it's going to take to beat him.
The fans solidly behind Tony Rush.
Nice splash there. He's got to follow it up with something now.
nice move by Bengal. And a drop kick, sending Tony Rush back into the turnbuckle.
You're watching two well-conditioned professional athletes in there, Joey. Young athletes. Giving it all they got.
And you're also listening to two well-conditioned announcers.
Oh! Blockbuster, will that be enough to put him away? He's got to get his hand on him. He's got to get a cover here. This is the opportunity, and it's slipping away. Again, maybe Tony Rush thinks this is not enough. Oh, kick to the midsection. Big knee. Nice monkey flip by the Tony Rush. He's feeling it now. Roll him up, O'Connor roll.
Oh, what?
Oh, O'Connor roll into a suplex.
You got to turn him over.
That
He
could
may
be
have the pin.
Oh!
I thought
so
we had a
close.
new champion. I think
Brilliant
Tony
move
Rush
there by
thought so
O'Connor
too.
roll into a suplex, Joey.
Referee telling him, Tony, only two, man. Collect your thoughts and go get him. What's he say? Oh, elbow to the back of the head of Kenny Bengal. Now Tony Rush is going to charge him. Oh!
That may have
knee
knocked him
caught
out.
him.
He may be out, Joe.
Trying to pull him in the middle of the ring so he can pin him.
He didn't want to go
While
for
going
a
to the
cover.
top rope. Gino, high risk, high maneuver, high reward if you hit it.
What's he gonna do? Oh, wait a second! That's Dan the Man! That's a DQ.
I thought he had him, and Gino, he did. Dan the Man come out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's baloney. This is baloney. Gino, you got to stay in your seat. You can't get out there. I don't want you getting.
That's a shame. They're hurting this young man. I hope the heavyweight champion is proud of himself.
Is Dan the Man and Kenny Bengal proud of themselves for what they're doing now?
Oh! Kenny Bengal's out of it. Oh! He just super kicked him into next week.
Wow! What an impressive showing by Tony Rush after taking a beating from both Kenny Bengal and Dan the Man.
Rush!
He came back to put a hurting on the both of them.
They clean house.
They're outside the ring hurting, and Kenny Bengal right in front of us. Looks like he's in bad shape right now. Camera's right on him, right on Dan the Man.